Hey gang, Mocha Boy here. Welcome back, and thanks for tuning back in. So, things have really slowed down here over at Reddit Force, at least as far as the channel is concerned. I'm really backlogged with a lot of different things, and I have a lot of videos that are just sitting on the cutting table waiting to get pushed out into edits. I will do the best that I can to get those pushed out, but for right now, this one's just going to be a quick edit. We are in the tail end of our current war, and just wanted to share just kind of a funny anecdote that happened here. So there was an attack on this base. This was their number 5. For the folks that live up in Masters and Champions, they will recognize this base, and they'll recognize a few things about the way that it's also configured. This is a very popular base up in Champs. I think it might be called some variant of the Ringus base, and that's simply because the trophy bases like this that sit up in Champs typically, well, take a look at the way that this base is laid out. You have trash buildings on the outer layer, then you have a line of defenses in the second layer, and then the internal layer is only supposed to be trash buildings. But the modification to this base was they took the trash buildings out and put these defenses right in there. Now the thing about the way that this base works is that if you were to attack this either from this side, any corner, or any side, especially with defense-led troops, they have a tendency to let's see if I can get my fly sketch going. We'll run through a couple of permutations here, but let's say you just attacked from over here. All of the defense-led troops, that's your golems, giants, whatever, end up doing this. They go around the base like this. And remember, the targeting AI favors buildings that are undefended, so they will completely ignore this core if all of these buildings are still standing. So the funny thing here was that I saw this base so much time up in Champs that I got sick and tired of looking at it, and spent about good hours studying it to see if there was a way around this, and I came up with a really weird attack for this. I'll have to show you some replays in the channel, but generally speaking, it goes something like this. You pre-drop jumps right here. You drop a golem right here along with 4 giants, and then a P.E.K.K.A. right behind them. So giant, P.E.K.K.A., and then 4 giants. And then on top of that, you also drop just a single wizard, because that's all it takes, and that wizard will be responsible for taking out this entire corridor. What happens here is the golems come in, take out this building, and then start immediately moving down this line. And what that leaves is all of these buildings for something to come in from over this side. And typically that's going to be your BK, your AQ, and then another 5 giants, which have a job here, and then a line of wizards and witches right behind them. And you don't even have to bother pulling from this. You don't even need to bother luring from this, because you'll be going in with Go Wee Wee to take care of the CC. So this entire team here will be responsible for clearing out this entire compartment, breaking through these walls. And then the giants, under Rage, will take care of all of these buildings, all of these defenses. And because those other giants have already started moving kind of down in this direction, along with the P.E.K.K.A. right behind them, they will have taken out all of these buildings. The only thing that's left is this. And this is the big visual here. And this is exactly what happens. This force will come in straight there, take out that Inferno Tower, and then be in position to snipe the TH. So what happened here was we were in Group Me, and I put together this action plan for one of the Town Hall 10s. It's kind of hard to read. Let's see. But I mean, this is the general idea. Where the Teslas were, where the big bombs were, because again, this is like straight copied out of the playbook out of all of these champion bases. We're going to take a look at that replay. So this is the first time this player had ever attacked this style base, and let's see how it all went down. There were a couple of targeting errors with this, but I mean, this isn't a 3-star raid, but still, this was just one of those weird times when a plan actually worked the way that it was supposed to. So the golems are down, the giants are down. Now, in this particular case, the way that this works is the golems tank for the giants. The giants are the DPS. The P.E.K.K.A.s are the big DPS right behind them. So they go through and like two-shot a lot of the big buildings. This player Hutch brought one lightning to take care of the CC, and even if it was just to soften them up, that was totally worthwhile. But that P.E.K.K.A. was responsible for going in there and then taking out the AQ once it aggroed on the golems, which was perfect. Now, while all of that is happening, there's a wall of giants heading over for this Inferno, and this is the key to this working. The giants soak up the Inferno beams long enough for the BK, the AQ, and the wizards to sneak up and then take out that Inferno. And by the time that freeze is done, notice the pathing here. You know, more than 50% of this base has already been destroyed. The AQ is already on top of the town hall, and then you're done. So, yeah, and it completely worked. Now, the thing about this style of attack, I did this with 5 golems. I figured, you know, this player was Hutch is a Town Hall 10. He had some room to maneuver. You know, he had some extra troop space that he could bring, and at least for his composition, we swapped out 2 of the golems for just more giants. Because what I find increasingly with taking down Town Hall 10s is that giants are extremely great DPS, provided you can keep them alive long enough. But just that mix of the golem, the giants, and the P.E.K.K.A. right behind them was enough to just, you know, run gangbuster through this base. And yeah, so all's well that ends well. We got 2 stars on that. We're going into cleanup mode right now, and going to see if we can finish up. You know, now that we have good scout attacks on all the bases, see if we can go through and just clean up with some good 3-star attacks, and then come back with another win. So yeah, that's it. Hope you thought that was interesting. Again, if you're not using Skitch and GroupMe, a very powerful tool. You know, download them right away and start marking up those attacks. Thanks for tuning in.